Hi, this is Brady from Bay Area Sports Report, and today we're going to be discussing about the San Francisco Giants, as we will have three segments. One will be the San Francisco Giants' bad offense. Number two will be three prospects that were brought up to maybe have some hope there, and three we will be talking about four players who could get traded at the deadline. So let's get right into it. As you know, the as for the first subtopic that we're going to talk about, the offense. Now, these stats are going to be very ugly. As you can see here, as runs, 30th, 20th in hits, 4th in third bases, 30th in home runs, 30th in RBIs, 30th in balls, 30th in hits by pitch, 30th in stolen bases, even 30th in on base percentage, and 28th on slugging. Now, this team has been struggling a lot, as you can see here from a lot of these players. You can see Chapman is doing okay, but he's not exactly been that player. Chapman's has been struggling. Adames has been struggling mightily, 194 average, which is very bad. Rafael Devers, he did bounce back a little. He had a home run last game, so hopefully that can keep up for him. Jung Hoo Lee is one of the hot players who is very good. Luis Arias is pretty decent as a hitter, just not that home run guy. Ramos is doing okay. Casey Schmidt is doing great, fantastic to be truthful. 6 home runs, along with him as um, Jung Hoo Lee and Casey Schmidt, they have been doing great. Patrick Bailey, 146, that's pretty bad. Drew Gilbert, doing okay. Harrison Bader, just such a big disappointment, man. Just so disappointing. I'm very sad. I'm very disappointed. But Jesus Rodriguez, 440 average. But overall, this team is just, it's not looking good, okay? Like, it is not looking good for this team. I really hope the Giants are gonna fix their hitting right. I think they still have a chance. A lot of people are saying they still have a big chance to make to hit this. The good news is though is that at least Jung Hoo Lee and Schmidt were at their last for 25 and 57 for Jung Hoo, and hits at bat slash at bat 25 and 57, average 439, slugging 667, OPS 1.133. Casey Schmidt 18 and 59 for hits at bats, 305 average, 627 slugging, 971 OPS. And then as for the league the as for this, Casey Schmidt is 0.6 a WAR, only trailing by Shohei Ohtani. Like, that is very huge for Casey Schmidt. I'm super impressed. And then Jung Hoo Lee for WAR for right fielders, third percent next to Trey Johnston and Corbin Carroll. Like, overall, this so far these two have been hot fire. Along with that, they've been doing very good and very fantastic. I think they're doing good. I just think Chapman needs to step up. Willie needs to step up. Rafael Devers needs to step up a little. Arias has been doing good. I think he just needs to keep that up. Ramos, Casey Schmidt, Bailey, Gilbert. I think Bryce Eldridge and Jesus also need to step up. I think all of these guys are going to need a lot of hitting. So it's gonna really need to depend on that. As for the pitching, I think it's so far the best so far. They've been doing very good so far. I mean, they're not the best in this, like 29th in wins, 29th in losses, 21st in strikeouts, 24th in saves, and 25th. But overall, all these are solid numbers for the pitching. As Logan Webb is doing, and he's not been doing good lately. I hope he can fix that up. So as of right now, I am looking at Webb as a trade target, and I love Logan Webb. I really do. He has not been doing good, as you can see, 5.06. That is not a good average. That is not a very good ERA for him. That is probably one of the worst for his season. Robbie Ray, very solid. Look, he has 2 and 4 losses, but he just has a 2.95 ERA, so that's very good in my view. Landon Roop, one of the star highlights for the team, very good player. 5-2, 3.18, very good player. Has been doing very fantastic. Adrian House and Tyler Molly, worst players I've seen in my life. Have not been doing very good. JT Brubaker for our bullpen has been doing. Caleb Killian, 1.13, very good player. Caden Wynn, 2.39. Ryan Walker, hope he can improve at least. Matt Gage, 1.26. Blake Tidwell hasn't been featured a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but he's been doing very solid. Ryan Borky, not doing very good. Eric Miller did good before he went to injury. Trevor McDonald, very good start as he had 1.29, 7 strikeout, eight strikeouts, yeah, and seven in 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, like 1 home run though, 1 hit by pitch. Gregory Santos, okay and solid, 4.91, but we'll that to go down a little. Pagero is back, so he's been so far in his first 2 games solid. Budo is injured right now, so hopefully more of those guys would go. But overall, I think the pitching, is a solid place. I think Robbie Ray and Landon Roop are carrying this team. The bullpen is very fantastic. Well, except for Borky and Ryan Walker, and so except for those two. But other than that, they've been fantastic overall. The hitting, however, that really needs to improve. But Jesus Rodriguez, as for the next topic we're going to get to, the prospects. Jesus Rodriguez, what a game he's been doing well. From the last 3 games, nine at bats, 1 run allowed, four hits, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. That is very good. 404 average, 444 OPS, 778 slug. He's been doing very good. I mean, I'm so impressed by Jesus Rodriguez. I think it's been very good so far. I think he just needs to keep that up. I think hopefully if he has that defense, then maybe we might trade certain someone. As for Bryce Eldridge, not at 3 at bats and 9 at bats, he's not been good like with 111 average, which is kind of surprising. I really thought Jesus was gonna struggle and Eldridge was gonna do well because Bryce Eldridge kind of had experience, but I guess I was wrong on that. So, but at least he's doing good. At least I think with more time, I think he just needs to develop a bit more. And then my final segment, the trade deadline. Now I have 4 people, and you probably already know who I want to trade. So the first person I want to trade, which is on the pitching side first, and one at the end is kind of like an honorary candidate. One is Adrian Hauser. He needs to get out of here. Like he has not been doing good. As you can see, 12 games, or 7 games, 6.19 ERA. That is very bad. Like he's not been doing so good. There are a lot of good pitchers prospects on on the roster, as there's Carson Seymour, Trevor McDonald, who we're kind of seeing from here. So we might see Trevor McDonald replace one of these two, and then maybe Carson Whisenhunt or Carson Seymour could come in for, and then Ty Molly is another guy who I want to get rid of, as these two could possibly be traded in the deadline because they have not been doing well. I think what the Giants should do now is they could try to at least make it to the playoffs for a wild card. I think you should bring up Carson Whisenhunt and put Trevor McDonald in one of the rotations because I think that's the best idea because when you have look Carson Whisenhunt, he didn't have the best last season, but I think with but I don't know what his stats are, as we can look at Carson Whisenhunt right now for how he's doing so far. But I think he is still a good player. I think it just depends. As you can see, like 4.65, that's not the worst for the team. Like in Sacramento AAA, he has 4.65 at least ERA. Look, it's not the best, but it's better than what Adrian Hauser and Tyler Mahle are doing. So, and in case you don't like want to like do like he's been doing decent, I think. I mean, he was 2-1 in his MLB career. Just didn't exactly get off to the best start he had. So, I think he's. I think he could be primed to possibly, you know, come in and be there. I think having Carson Whisenhunt is good. I think Trevor McDonald, as long as he keeps that up with the same game he had with San Diego and has solid starts, I think you have your two new starters. I think trading AJ Hauser, Tyler Mahle, maybe for pitching prospects or batting prospects, or maybe for hitting. Maybe you could do that for maybe possibly maybe shorts, maybe like left field, maybe or center field or right field or anything at least, or a designated hitter or at least a star. At least trade those one of those guys for like a star. The next guy I want to trade is Ryan Borky and maybe Ryan Walker, because I feel like there's no need for them because you have Sam Hentages, you have Jason Foley, you have Pagero back. Budo might come back later on, so there's really no room for him. Ryan Walker, and Ryan Borky, they've not been doing well recently, and I really don't like how they're just giving up runs and hits, and it's really costing us the game. So, I mean, I could give Ryan Walker a little bit chance, but Borky, I'm done with him because he's not been doing well lately. So I want to get rid of him. But if Ryan Walker doesn't do well, then I would trade him. And then the next guy, this is in the hitting. Patrick Bailey has to go. I know he's very good at defense. Don't get me wrong, yes he is, but his hitting is just not that good. 146, 213 on base percentage, 183. Just not a good, not good. Even like just not good player. Even Drew Gilbert's doing better than him, and he doesn't even have a single home run. So, or wait, no, he does. He has two. But my point is, he's just doing way better than him. So I just think Patrick Bailey just needs to move on, and I think if Jesus just keeps on hitting the way he is, like from here, if he keeps hitting the way he is and if he improves his defense, then I think he's going to be on. And a lot of people are going to be interested in him, so I would expect a big market for Patrick Bailey. So at least that'll be a good thing. So maybe you could have a package with Adrian Hauser or Tyler Mahle with Patrick Bailey and Borky. Maybe you can have like a package of that for someone good. Maybe you could have that, or maybe a starting pitcher in case you're not confident. Because I think Trevor McDonald could be a very good pitcher. Like if you're not confident Carson Whisenhunt, like I get it with his like ERA and how he's doing in AAA, then maybe you could trade him for like a pitcher, possibly. So I think that would be a very good idea if you have like a package of that for a to get a starting pitcher. I think that's probably a smart thing to do. So, but anyways, yeah. Overall, this team is struggling. I think overall though, they're gonna have to just improve on their hitting. I think their pitching right now is okay. Is very good right now as they've been doing very fantastic job. So I think they're doing okay. So I think they're hitting if they don't if they keep on improving their hitting and go after their hitting things and study the pitchers, then I think they should be fine. But anyways, this is Radio from Bay Area Sports Report and signing off.